Hi, welcome to my channel, Universal Soul Vibrations. These are going to be the weekly messages for water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the week of July 1st. Please remember that these are general messages and may not resonate with everyone. If you like the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. So we're going to start off with pulling a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And the Wisdom of the Realms. The Wisdom of the Realms would be first. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name of the cards. What is the message for Cancer for the week of July 1st? Okay, the Ice Queen. You got the Ice Queen. So with the Ice Queen, we are not taking action towards anything. You know, it says ideas preserved. When I look at this card, the first message that came is the wisdom is gained from slowing down and taking a rest. We have a new moon with a solar eclipse coming in, a new moon in Cancer, I believe. And there's going to be a solar eclipse with that. That almost looks like it during there. So there may be some wisdom gained for you water signs during this new moon eclipse that's coming in. But you're being asked to not take any action when this card comes up. And let's pull a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's see what goes with this. I mean, she just looks like she's tired. She needs to take a rest. But the owl is there too, and he's, you know, the owl brings wisdom. He brings knowledge. So there's knowledge coming in during this period of non-action. And then we got the discernment card with that. So it's going to be up to you to be able to make sense of everything is the message I got with the discernment card. You know, the discernment is when we kind of figure out, weed things out, figure out what stays, what goes, really look at the choices that we have. You know, and the affirmation that comes with the discernment card is I take my time to be accurate and precise in my discernment. So, I mean, it almost looks to me, you know, everything looks frozen around her. So, you know, your thoughts are kind of being kept in your head at the moment. And you're trying to figure out which ones you want to take action on is what I'm getting with this. Water signs. All right, let's look at the overall reading for water signs, and then I'll do each individual sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What are the messages for water signs for the week of July 1st? And I am doing things a little differently. It's always the hardest thing is making sure everything's in the camera. Okay, good. We got everything in there. Okay, water signs. So, your overall card is the Fool. So that's kind of a good card to have as the Fool. You know, as the overall card. The Fool card is asking you to take risks, to take that leap of faith, to take that movement forward. So in the beginning, you got the Ice Queen, which kind of has you just, gaining the knowledge and gaining the wisdom. But now the Fool's saying, okay, it's time for you to move forward on this new journey and just trust it. With the Fool, we're taking a risk. We kind of have no idea where we're headed, but we're going to go. We're going to take that leap of faith and go. So in the past, you got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups can be a relationship, a partnership. So maybe there was a relationship in the past that you wanted to take a risk on. But with the Ice Queen, you kind of held back on it. Like the Fool saying, yep, you took that risk on that relationship. It could be a partnership as well in business. Usually this represents a relationship in love. But there's some type of relationship that you took a risk on in the past. Now in the present, you've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, he rushes in. The Knight of Swords is saying, let's go. I want to take this journey. It's time for us to move forward with the Knight of Swords. He can tend sometimes to be a little more reckless. The Knight of Swords can. And when the Knight of Swords, though, when the Knight of Swords comes in, he's bringing in, I feel like there needs to be more clarity for you in order for you to rush in like he does. He takes action, the Knight of Swords does, based on plans and ideas, but with the Fool, there are no plans or ideas. You're just moving forward. And he thinks outside of the box, and obviously so does the Fool, but he usually has some plans laid where the Fool doesn't. So right now, I think you're kind of in the mode where I'm not really sure whether I want to just leap into something. I think, there's got to be some plans made here. And in the future, it has you moving forward with the Six of Swords. I feel like with this coming up, these swords are all kind of laid out kind of crazy. It's moving away from confusion and knowing which way you want to go and moving towards that. You've got the light up there. The light's guiding your way. And you're making some progress and moving towards where you want to go. Your best path to follow is it's time to take a rest. I guess you need to be that Ice Queen for a little bit. Just take in all the information before you take that leap of faith, because you're really, with the Knight of Swords, you're wanting that plan. And then what's around you is the five, in your environment is the Five of Coins. So you may be feeling, you're feeling like something's lacking, like there's been some type of loss. Maybe there was a loss of a partnership or a relationship that you took a risk on. And you're not sure whether you want to do that again. And then we got the Ace of Coins in reverse. Now the Ace of Coins normally brings in a new beginning. It could be in, this is the Ace of Coins is in your hopes and fears. So with it being reversed, I mean, that's your fear. I see this very much with the Ace of Coins reversed. I see this very much like the Five of Coins, not having enough. Lacking is your fear. And the hope is that the Ace of Coins is going to flip around and bring in all that abundance that you need. It brings, aces bring in new opportunities. So I think you're wanting a new opportunity, But maybe you're feeling like, you know, there's just not enough to do that at this point. You don't have the resources to make the progress. And then we got the moon card. You know, when the moon comes up, everything quite hasn't been revealed with the moon. But it's also being able to bring together, if you see the two dogs here, one looks very courageous and stern, and the other one looks like he's kind of afraid. It's being able to bring together those two personalities to be able to equal one. You know, it's okay to be a little afraid, but you have to have the courage to be able to move forward, even if everything isn't revealed. And let's see, Queen of Wands, Three of Coins, and Ten of Wands. So you may be, you know, fearing taking this risk without knowing the plan, without everything being brought out into the open and illuminated, because you know that there's going to have to be a lot of work put in. With the Three of Coins, you know, that talks about putting in work, mastering a skill, and you know, it may bring on some new burdens for you. But the Queen of Wands, you know, she's all fiery and passionate. She wants you to step into this. She, you know, she's about being seen. She's you know, and she's all about, the Queen of Wands is all about going after what she wants. The Queen of Wands doesn't deny herself. She goes after what she wants. So she's saying, you know, yes, it's going to take a lot of work, and it may bring on some new burdens, but you need to go after it. Even if everything isn't revealed, even if you're taking that leap of faith, it's time to go after it. All right, let's look at each sign. We'll start with Cancer. What are the messages for Cancer for the week of July 1st? Messages for Cancer for the week of July 1st. All right, so you got the Strength card and the Hanged Man. Sorry, they went flying on the floor. So, yeah, the Strength card is about having that courage to move out of this place of non-action. The Hanged Man is kind of, you're just stuck in between. You're just kind of hanging out, thinking things over. You might be gaining a different perspective while you're there. But, you know, I think the Strength card is coming up with this, saying, you know, it's time for you to put yourself out there, make yourself vulnerable, have that courage to step out of this place where, you know, when you're in the hangman state, you're secluded, you're like the hermit. Yep, because there's going to be you know, rejuvenation with the Star. Hope is going to be renewed once you have the strength to come out of that place of the hangman. Healing, rejuvenation, cleansing. And you're going to be just waiting there for those ships to come in. Waiting, waiting. You're not taking a lot of movement this week, Cancer signs. what's the word I want to say? It looks like you're spending a lot of your week just reviewing things, I want to say. What is the message for Cancer? And whatever comes in, you know, it's going to create some type of transformation. There's going to be, you know, when death comes in, there's always things that are let go of. So there's some things that need to be let go of in order to move forward. And strength is not one of them. Why is the strength of the Hangman card here? Okay, we got the Page of Pentacles. You know, in the Page of Pentacles, you know, I think there's some new things that are going to have to be learned with the Page of Pentacles coming up. Messages that'll be coming in, which will give you more information, maybe while you're in that Hangman state. But you're not still quite sure which way you want to go because you've got the Two of Swords. You're at a crossroads right now. You're not really seeing what, you know, where you want to go. And then we got the shadow side. Yes, you've got to release your fear of moving forward and making this transformation, because, you know, the Chariot comes in with the Three of Wands and the Death card. The Chariot's all about moving forward, taking control, you know, letting your life be guided where it needs to go. The Spirit usually sends us on a course when the Chariot card comes up. But in order to make that movement forward, you've got to release the things that have a hold over you. Release the things that aren't working for you so that the change can occur within. So it doesn't, you know, I think the big thing for Cancer this week is that they really have to work through these things that are going on inside in order to be able to, for that death to occur and the Chariot to have you move, you know, make movement forward. All right, let's look at Pisces. You know, that Two of Swords there reminds me very much of that Discernment card, because her heads are up in the cloud too. She's not sure either. All right, Pisces. What do we got for Pisces? What are the messages for Pisces? What are the messages for Pisces for the week of July 1? Okay, you're defending something, you're standing your ground on something, Pisces. With the Seven of Wands. Four of Wands. Like I said, with this Four of Wands, it's very different than the other Four of Wands. And I see this card as, you know, this is all wisdom gained, these pillars, to build that stronger foundation and new doors opening. But are you going to walk through it? A new doors opening that's going to shed some light on things. Yep, your main card is making changes, making that transformation, walking through that door. Pisces. You are waiting for those ships to come in too. You're not really taking any action yet because some type of change within has to occur. Messages for Pisces. And then we got the King of Coins. So once this transformation occurs, I think you're going to find within yourself more stability. The King of Coins is very stable. He's very reliable. You know, he's a king, so he's a very mature energy. Sorry. But, you know, with the King of Coins, when he comes up, you know, he takes the King of Coins, the kings of the coins, you know, the courts of the coins. The coins are workers, you know, they're those earth signs. You've got to put the work in, you've got to take the action to be able to, to be able to gain this firm, stable, reliable foundation. Chariot. Moving out of this place of being so defensive is what I'm getting with the Chariot, and moving more towards this energy of this Four of Wands, and wanting to see what's behind that door, what enlightenment is there that's going to help you move forward. It's going to give you that strength, that courage, to be able to change the things that needed to be changed. There's Serenity Prayer we got there. The card and the Three of Wands. Yep, you're moving away. You're moving away from this energy over here. But you also might be fighting the change as well, because, you know, this card is clarifying the Death card and the Three of Wands. You know, you want those ships you're moving towards the place of wanting the ships to come in, but you're also moving away from the Death card. So you might be, maybe that's where the defense comes in, is I don't want things to change. I don't want to do things differently. And then we got the Queen of Cups, you know, and with the King of Coins, it's the King of Coins, right? And the Three of Wands, I feel like you need to take some time to go within with her, and listen to what your intuition is telling you as far as that movement forward. Let it guide you to where you need to go, Pisces. Alrighty. And Scorpio is next. Give it a few shuffles. What are the messages for Scorpio for the week of... Ooh, lots of cards fell out. 1, 2, Yeah, too many. If it was 5, I was going to keep them. What are the messages for Scorpio the week of July 1st? More change, transformation. You water signs got this. Every water sign got this, I believe. In different places, but it's a coming. Maybe this new moon with the eclipse is going to bring on a lot of change and transformation for you, water signs. I wouldn't be surprised. With the King of Wands. The change and transformation is going to cause you to take action. Take action towards what you're passionate about, Scorpio. And then the 9 of Coins, which is about, you know, making some achievements, you know, basking in what you've grown over the years, everything that you've developed. Because I feel like with the 6 of Cups coming up next to this, that the past has been good to you. Material-wise, Scorpio. It showered a lot of abundance in your life. Things that you can have. You know, when I see the 9 of Coins too, don't forget we need to have gratitude for everything that comes in. But something from the past is definitely playing a part in this week. Yeah, you're holding on to something from the past now that this comes up with it. Because the 4 of Coins is holding on to something. It's usually being greedy, but I see this as holding on to something from your past. Let's see. Why is the Death card and the King of Wands here? The Wheel of Fortune. Change, change. The wheel's turning. Cycles are coming to an end. New cycles are beginning for you. And it's time for you to take action towards those new cycles. We got that 4 of Pentacles again. You're hanging on to something. Over here it was hanging on to something from the past. I feel like this is coming up because whatever you're hanging on to in the past is stopping you from making the changes and taking action to move forward. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups and we got the Fool. You know, when the Knight of Cups comes in, Knight is bringing in some type of offer. Could be an offer of love with the Knight of Cups. So it could be that you know, it could be that there was a relationship in the past. There could be a relationship in the past with this Knight of Cups because I am seeing this as a love offer that You know, you took a risk on, but I'm feeling like something needs to change within it. If it's, you know, something within your mindset, I think, around relationships needs to change. Because I'm feeling like you're holding on to, you know, something from a past relationship that didn't work out for you. You took that risk. And it didn't work out, and you're still holding on to that, Scorpio. Alrighty, but it's, you know, with the wheel, it's saying, you know, the cycle's coming to an end, so it's time to put that to bed. Alrighty, water signs, those are your messages for the week of July 1st. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you next week.